Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M44, it's the Tier 6 American SPG, and we're located on the south spawn of Erlenberg. And the name of the driver is Creshinibion. Now I think that's a Hungarian name, because he belongs to a Hungarian clan, and he's got one mark of excellence on his barrels, so this should be quite an interesting replay. Now, the M44 is a favourite of a lot of Arty players. It's got an incredible fire rate. 16-second reload if you use consumables, premium consumables, and Creshinibion does actually use those consumables, so he's going to get some fantastic shots. He's got a 16.08 second reload, 155mm howitzer as his main armament, and he can lay down shells very accurately with this thing. And he's looking for his first customer. Now there's an M5 Stuart in town on the west bank. Receiving a lot of hits there from a Leopard. And a P2640. And get a shot in there just before it hit the building. Looking for another target after that shot, just adjusting himself. He's going to go for the BDR, I think. He's loaded, and BDR pulls out, fires a round in, splashes in for 142, but he's killed immediately afterwards, so he picks up all the stun assists. 279 stun assists. Now that M5 Stuart's coming down that little side road. There he is. And he's got a partner with him. Oh, round in, please. Yes, he got a Bombardier. He took out both of them with one shot. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Gets his score off the mark with 2 kills, 1 shot. Fantastic. Okay, Type T34 up on the hill on the reverse slope, so it's going to be difficult. There's a P2640. Now that's an even better target. Tier 4 Italian tank with a very good gun. Very dangerous these are. Rounds in. Oh, and he gets him with 1 shot. Takes him out. He was unspotted at the time, so we don't know how many hit points he managed to get, but it was a beautiful shot right into the rear of that P2640. And now it looks like he's going to try and get that Hetzer. Tier 4 German tank destroyer. Now he's looking for another target. T67, that Hetzer doesn't want to come out from behind that that wall at the moment. There's far too many tanks on the other side of the road. He fires around over the castle, but there's a pair of targets up near the windmill. A P43, that's an Italian Tier 5, and there was a Type T34 on the other side. Now he's Tier 6, and this is a Tier 6 battle. Oh, P43 on our side just YOLO'd in, trying to get that P43 and got wiped out by him. Now he's almost reloaded. Can shoot an accurate shell at that P43. He's reversing, fires around in, and he gets the kill! A blind shot kill. That's his second blind shot kill. The first one was the P2640. Now he's got the P43. Now can he splash that T34? Yeah, I think he can. Fires around in. No, it goes over the top, and the Type T34 is taken up by the Chinukai instead. Now he's looking over in this corner. I think he anticipates that one of the enemy TTs is going to be over there, but he's just centered his arc of fire. That'll make sure he doesn't get any rescue or bloom. And he's changed his arc again. This time he's going to focus on the west side of the map. There's the T67. That's the Tier 5 American tank destroyer. Fires around in quick. Bit too late, unfortunately, but he can hit that AMX ELC biz. Other side of the river, that's a Tier 5 French light tank. The famous one that if you have the Top Gun, you can't turn the turret. Okay, he's firing around in blind. The shells do make a lovely sound as they go flying in now. Since version 1, the sounds have been updated tremendously. Do just make it sound so much better. He's going to have a go at that T67. Hellcat's poking out around the corner. Now we can see where the ELC is. And the shell just went in at the ELC. And he splashes the remainder of that ELC to death. 16 hit points. That's his 5th kill. One more and he gets the Top Gun. Can he make that T67 his next kill? And he's loaded. 16-second reload. It's fantastic. This is what makes this one of the best Artys in the game. More powerful than tier 10 Artys. Okay, aiming for the T67. He's indicated target. Oh, yes! He gets his Top Gun, takes the T67 out of the game. Right, we've got a... and that's a Wizzy 131. That's a Chinese tank destroyer. And he was cutting across that field. And there's an Su-85B. Oh, there was an Su-85B. He was just wiped out by the KV-2. Now, there's the Wizzy 131. I think he's poking over that ridgeline to try and get shots at our guys in the back. He fired around where he thought the Wizzy 131 was going to go, but he didn't go there. He has pulled back. Looks like our teammate Arty has actually put a round into him. Now, our teammate at the moment is a T-82 HMC. Fires around at that Wizzy 131 as he retreats. Or is he retreating? No, he's advancing, really, technically. And it looks to me like he's Creshinibion's going to have to move. He's going to have to relocate. He can't stay where he is, otherwise the Wizzy 131 will get him. So he needs to get over to the west side of the map. There's only 4 enemy remaining. There's 6 on his team against 4 enemy. 1 heavy, 2 tank destroyers and the Arty. And the Arty's an AMX-13 F3. There's the heavy. It's a KV-85. Aiming for the KV-85, fires around it. Oh, the KV-85 stops and the shell's going to be wasted. If only that KV-85 had kept moving into cover, he would have got him. He anticipated he was going to go up on the rise. Okay, he's realigning himself. The big worry is that Wizzy 131 because we don't know where he is, but the Matilda and the T-82 will spot him. Yes, he's been spotted. And he's over in the southeast corner of the map. And he's dialing in. Now, the Wizzy 132 is aiming... 131 is aiming at the Matilda. Now, I think he's there. Fires around in. No, it looks like it landed in front of him. Oh, there he is. It didn't land in front of him. It landed behind him. He actually moved forward. Okay, now, a few seconds to go. You can fire. Yes! Direct hit right into the front of the Wizzy. Takes him out. That's his 7th kill. So 1 more and he gets the Radleys. He is so close to getting it. And he's really playing his heart out here. He's doing tremendously well. He keeps looking over in that north east corner. I think he suspects the AMX-13 F3's up there. And he might be, you know. He might just be. Those trees do make good cover for Arty. The Hellcat's going up to have a look. There might be a tank destroyer or there might be an Arty up there. We know where the KV-85 was last seen. He's guarding the cat from across the river. Right, the Hellcat's also moving into the bushes. There's the AMX. Yes, he was in that corner. Not quite as far over as we thought. He's dialing in the aim round out. Oh, he splashes the AMX. It goes long. RNG makes it go long, but the AMX-13 F3 is taken out. So he picks up the stun assist. There's the Hetzer. Unfortunately, we lost the Hellcat to the KV-85, but he's dialing in on the Hetzer. Round out. No, he misses. Well, we do know where the Hetzer is, but the unfortunate thing is now our only teammate up in the north is the KV-2, and he's on the west bank of the river. And that means that if he's going to actually kill that Hetzer, he needs the KV-2 to find him, or the T-82 is going to have to go north and find him. And it looks to me like that's exactly what the T-82 is doing. Although, he might head straight towards the cap. And if that's so, he'll probably go across the bridge here. Is he heading north? It looks like he is. He's getting close to the buildings though. Now, if only we can take out that KV-85, that will help the KV-2. And then the KV-2 can occupy the cap, will force the Hetzer to return, and then we can kill the Hetzer. And that sounds like a good plan. I wouldn't fancy going up against the Hetzer and in being located, except if I was in the KV2, because then at least in the KV2 you've got a chance of taking the Hetzer out with one shot. T-82's only got a 105mm gun, 105mm howitzer I should say, and although it's a fairly good Arty, it's fairly fast, it's built on the chassis of the M5 Stuart, and it can shotgun fairly well. I've used it myself to win games using shotgun. And it looks like he's headed towards the cap, or headed to try and find out where the KV-85 is. He's hugging that riverbank. And we're looking for the Hetzer, but we can't see him. Trying to anticipate where the KV-85 is. T-82 has reached the beach. Oh, we found the KV-85, but we lost the T-82. Round out on the KV-85. Should hit him. It does. Good hit. And the KV-2 hit him directly afterwards, so he picked up 336 stun assists there. And I doubt if that KV-85 will have moved. Next round's out. Oh, he has moved. And he's moving east. He's trying to get away from the cap. He realises that he's up against two guns that could take him out of the game very easily. And the KV-2 puts a round in. We splash him for 17. Can he get another round in? 25 hit points. A splash should be enough to do it. He's backing up, which is silly because he'll go slower in reverse. Puts a round in, anticipates where it's going to be, takes him out the game, 25 hit points, Radley Walters Medal, thank you very much. Now, one more kill left to get, the Hetzer. Last seen in this vicinity. Probably very reluctant to go near that KV-2. Now, although he can fire from this side... Oh my god, the Hetzer's here! How the hell did that happen? Aims. Shotguns him. Doesn't kill him outright. The Hetzer's got 2 rounds into him already. And he's lost most of his hit points. He's backing into the river to try and avoid the Hetzer shot. The Hetzer doesn't appear to be leaving the cap. Oh, he has... Or has he? No, he's still in the cap. Now, that may be a fatal error by the Hetzer. Because now, if... Creshinibion can actually get out of the river. I'm not sure he can get under there, but yes, he can just. Oh, it's difficult. Now he's going to have to get up the bank, come over the bridge, and try and take out the Hetzer. Is he going to aim where the Hetzer was last seen? He can do that using the minimap. You see, he knows where it was last seen, just there. Oh, and he gets him! Yes, he takes him out of the game, wins the game. Beautiful shot. Estimated exactly where the enemy was, even though the enemy was unspotted. The Hetzer was stupid enough to stay in the same place, didn't move, and he took him out the game with one shot. And that was a win rate of 2,625 and 9 kills. Let's have a look at the end of battle results. Oh, it's an ace tanker for Creshinibion in the M44. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits, incapacitations, module damage. He got 26 in that battle. 5 of those from the KV-85, would you believe it? He picked up the Radley Walters Medal. He took out 8 of the enemy. In fact, actually, he took out 9 in total, but he got at least 8 to get the Radleys. He also got a Stark's Medal. Now, these are difficult to get because you actually have to receive 2 hits from the enemy, lose 2/3 of your hit points, survive the battle, and kill 2 of the enemy in order to get one. So it's a lot of things, a lot of boxes you have to tick in order to get one of those Stark's Medals. And I have quite a few of them myself, but it's very difficult to get them. He also got a Bombardier because, as you saw during the battle, he took out 2 of the enemy with 1 shot. He got a Defender Medal because he managed to kill the Hetzer while he was in the cap and collected at least 70 cap points. He got a High Caliber for getting the most damage in the battle and a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. Let's have a look at the team scores. Highest damage on his team, 1,543 hit points altogether, just beating the KV2 who have 1,424. He had the highest number of kills, 9, which was 3 times the score of the KV2 and more than double the highest score on the enemy team, which is the KV85. And when it came to base XP, 1,190. That's again nearly 3 times, well, more than 3 times the highest XP on the enemy team, and nearly double the score of the KV2. So let's have a look at the detailed report. He fired 25 rounds, got 5 direct hits, 5 penetration, 12 splash. Damage of 1,543 hit points, of which 1,273 were at more than 300 meters. Obviously the difference is the Hetzer and of course the P2640, and they were pretty close when he actually killed them. He received 2 hits, both of them from the Hetzer, and they were both penetrations from that 75mm gun, because he didn't use the 105. If he had used the 105, then I suspect that Creshinibion would have been killed immediately with the first shot. So it must have been the 75mm, but he was very lucky to survive that Hetzer, because I don't know how he managed to sneak all the way down the east side of the map to get to the cap unsighted, and then appears in the cap almost next door to Creshinibion, and then puts 2 rounds into him. He managed to damage 11 of the enemy. It's more than 2/3 of the enemy team, and he killed 9 of the enemy. That's 3/5 of the enemy team. He did stun assistance damage of 988 hit points off 8 stuns, and he managed to get 71 defense points when he took out the Hetzer in the cap. And it was a really lovely shot to estimate exactly where the Hetzer was last seen and fire the round in. And if, of course, he had missed with that first round, he would have had to have driven into the cap to spot the Hetzer and try and shotgun him in the face. On a premium count, Creshinibion made 41,480 credits, and after repair and ammunition resupply, he still had 27,308 credits left over. He received 1,785 XP, but it was ×2 for the first victory, so he actually took away 3,570 altogether. But I think you can say that that was a really excellent score, and actually Creshinibion said actually that it was one of his best games. He was top tier. There was 9 kills in his favourite Arty piece, but he said he'll probably never be able to do such a battle again and get such a high score. Well, I think you probably will, Creshinibion, because I'm pretty certain that anybody who actually scores that many kills in the M44 is going to repeat it again and again and again. And next time it'll probably be a Pools medal. I'm pretty certain of it. So congratulations, Creshinibion. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.